Another 4 starts all on the road. And Chris Young in the batter's box. We are underway. A first pitch strike.
You know, it's been a trying year for these Arizona Diamondbacks. But one little nugget to chew on. Facing left-handed starters this year, the Snakes are 14-27. So well below 500 when they face a left-handed starter.
Inside to Young. 2 balls and a strike. So for Wade LeBlanc, his 6th start. 7 quality innings at San Francisco his last time out. Allowed only 2 runs and 4 hits. Takes the outside corner.
And if he continues to do what he's been doing the last few starts, he should be successful, especially here at Petco Park.
And he gets a strikeout of Chris Young on his changeup, and that's the way this game begins.
Change, change, change. Swung out and missed. You see it out of the hand, a little tail there, and you should see that Chris Young out front a little bit. Have to keep an eye on the velocity tonight of the left-handed LeBlanc, in contrast to his changeup velocity.
Because the fastball is going to be low 80s?
Low 80s. And traditionally, you'd like to see a changeup anywhere from like 11 to 13 miles an hour difference. Doesn't mean you can't throw one harder, but that's what they like to see. And if you ask me who they are, I have no idea.
Well, there's a fastball clocked at 86 from
nice.
LeBlanc to Stephen Drew. Foul back. Manny Pacquiao here tonight, part of Filipino Heritage Night. He was part of the ceremonial first pitch just a few minutes ago. And now he's signing the sweet spot on the baseballs.
And Darcy down in the box below us, who works the box there, does a fine job. Hi, Darcy. Great gal. There she is. I wonder if they've got audio down there on the TV, or I want to say hello to everybody down there.
Oh, 2 pitch to Drew. Manny Pacquiao billed as pound for pound the best boxer on the planet.
So he's a welterweight, correct?
You know, he does fluctuate, but
oh, does he?
Is that the latest weight class? You just don't want to mess with him.
Yeah. Yeah.
Another 0-2. Breaking ball fouled again.
Seriously, I couldn't take one punch from those guys. One punch, I'd be out. Gone.
Yeah.
Check, please.
I can believe that. That wouldn't be fun.
No.
At least have them, maybe do it to your abdomen, because, you make money with your face. You're in television.
He's having no problem signing the sweet spot. Looks like he's done that before.
One, 2 to Drew. Back-to-back strikeouts to begin the game for Wade LeBlanc. Here's the Padres defense behind him. Macias is in left with Gwynn at center. Edgar Gonzalez getting the start in right. And Luis Rodriguez making the start at second base. Eckstein out again tonight due to a sore neck. Will Venable also was a late scratch due to flu-like symptoms. Breaking ball hit on the ground by Upton to short, and Cabrera throws him out. That's a good beginning tonight for Wade LeBlanc, who sets the D-backs down in order. Nothing across. And the Padres coming up. Black's Padres lineup for tonight. It has Everett Cabrera leading off, playing short. Tony batting in the 2 spot, then Adrian. Headley in the cleanup role, 7 RBIs in his last 6, including knocking in both the Padre runs last night. Macias, then Edgar in right, Hundley catching, Luis Rodriguez at second, and LeBlanc batting 9th.
And a pretty good pitcher from the right side, Dan Herron. Some good numbers this year. Fewer hits than innings pitched. The ERA, a stellar 2.82. Fastball, that cutter is a really good pitch from the right-hander into the lefties. Also throws a curveball and a changeup.
Our Padre lineup brought to you by the Metropolitan Water District of Southern California. And a first pitch down low to Cabrera from Dan Herron.
And he loves pitching against teams in the West. Dan Herron versus the West this year, a 2.02 ERA. Fine example you set for Delta House.
His 2.82 ERA overall this year, 8th best in the National League. It's the low strike, 2-1.
Now, when you throw 201 in the 3rd innings pitch coming into tonight's game and only surrender 161 hits, what's that tell you about your defense? Some short innings out there, huh?
And that's right at Ryan Roberts. And Cabrera grounds out. Here is the defense behind him tonight for Arizona, brought to you by SD Storage, where $1 moves you in. Go to SDStorage.com to find a store near you today. Eric Burns getting the start in left field. 3 errors on the season. Down in the dirt, and that got a piece of plate umpire James Hoy. Three-hit game last night for Tony, which equaled a career high.
Was that home plate umpire?
James Hoy.
Hoy Polloi.
Thought you were going to go with a chips up.
Oh, that's a good one, too.
Sure he's heard it all before.
Oh, yeah.
To short, and on the short hop, Stephen Drew.
And another thing, when you have a pitcher like Herron out there, the defense is aware of that, right? He's around the plate. He hits his spots. They are positioned accordingly. So when the ball is put in play, what has happened for the first 2 outs? Ground ball right at the second baseman, a one-hopper right at the shortstop. That means Herron is hitting his spots.
Base is empty for Adrian Gonzalez. Challenged him with the 92-mile-per-hour fastball.
Seems like a lot of pitchers, when they have that 2-seam fastball running away, they will throw that pitch to left-handed hitters. Stay off the sweet spot, off the plate.
Another one tailing away from Adrian, then he fouls back.
And if they put the ball in play, you won't hear that clean, crisp sound off the sweet spot. It'll be off the end of the bat. You might get a little duck snort here and there down the left field line.
D-backs have the infield shift on, 3 defenders on the right side of the infield, and the third baseman Reynolds basically playing shortstop. And he gets the strikeout of Adrian, and Herron sets the side down in order on just 9 pitches. No score after 1.
show following every Friday home game.
Friday, October 2nd, stay after the game for a Friday fireworks presented by Padres Banking at Bank of America. Montero takes a strike from LeBlanc. 4, 5, and 6 coming up for Arizona. In at the knees for a strike call. Towards deep short, backhanded. The throw by Cabrera gets there in time. A stretch down the line by Adrian. And Cabrera throwing out Montero for the first out.
Once again, leave your pen, leave your pencil on your scorecard until the ball gets by that young man at shortstop. As soon as I saw that ball out of his hand, off balance, going away from the play, hang the laundry on that one, and a nice stretch by Adrian. Yeah. Pitchers, be happy that you've got that young man out there at shortstop.
Third baseman Mark Reynolds. Back it out of play. Two hits last night has upped his average to 275. And the 41 home runs, second most in the National League behind Albert Pujols. Third 0-2 count already for LeBlanc, and he misses up high to Reynolds.
That was probably by design. You know that Reynolds strikes out a lot. It will expand the zone. Order up a changeup here, possibly. In the dirt.
See if that's on the menu. Indeed, and a fly ball to right, and Edgar Gonzalez makes the catch. 2 down. Well, I mentioned Manny Pacquiao here tonight as part of Filipino Heritage Night.
That's a balk.
Throwing out the ceremonial first pitch. He's a lefty.
Rocky Balboa was a southpaw too, right?
That I don't recall.
Yeah,
really?
he was. And he had pet fish, Cuff and Link, in his fish bowl there in South Philly. Yeah, this is my fish, Cuff and Link. You don't remember that?
Was that the first
Rocky? One. Oh,
now,
look at the get up there in San Francisco.
That was back on April 21st, and then that's tonight.
He's kind of improved a little bit, looks like.
He's been working on his delivery. Manny Pacquiao was there in San Francisco when the Padres were there on April 21st earlier this season. And by the way, yes, welterweight, you are correct. Even a miss by Ryan Roberts.
Well, LeBlanc bringing the cheese there. That one on our gun, it was 87. Scoreboard here at the ballpark, 84. So let's split the difference. 85, 86, 85 and a hay.
85 and a hay.
We'll have to get a change-up read.
That one said 89. 2-2 on Ryan Roberts.
Little cutter or slider. You talk about enjoying a big league ball game.
Those are the seats to have.
Oh, yeah.
3-2 pitch, fouled back.
As a fan, Mark Neely, I ask you, what's the closest you've ever sat to the action at a ball game?
Behind the dugout.
Really?
A couple rows behind a third base
Wrigley
dugout.
Field's got to be the best. I had a friend, it was an off day. We had no TV in Chicago, getaway day. And a buddy of mine I played Little League with lives up there in Chicago. He had fourth row seats right behind home plate.
Bueno and Cabrera gets a couple of assists in the inning. He's been busy tonight, already 3 in his direction. 2 scoreless so far for LeBlanc.
on Saturday, October 3rd at 7:05 when we take on the Giants and get a Padres calendar.
Your free Padres calendar is presented by Golden State Graphics, and pick one up Saturday, October 3rd at 7:05.
Speaking of calendars, 2010 schedule out.
And these two teams are going to open up against one another next season in Phoenix.
You know what else is some kind of nice? We get that Thursday after the All-Star break off.
Oh, 4-day All-Star break.
Yeah.
Here's Mudd looking for the time off. Nice.
I'm putting in my vacation already.
Up the first base side foul. The interleague play has the Padres going to Tampa Bay, and then of course Seattle, which is their interleague partner. Oh, 2 to Headley.
By the way, that's a split-finger fastball that Herron throws.
Split, which is what he got Adrian on to in the first.
Correct. I want to correct myself. I said it was a changeup. In fact, it's a split finger.
Well, technically, a split can be a changeup, though.
You know what? You're absolutely right, because it's a changeup off your other pitches.
Right.
You are correct, sir.
There's another one, and it's 2-2. This game yet to have a base runner on either side. It's right in the kitchen of Headley there.
Now, did he get jammed on that, or did he hit it off the end of the bat?
He definitely got jammed. Now, where the ball found the bat.
Yeah, that was a weird foul ball, the way the ball came off that bat. Let's check it out.
Oh, it hit it.
He must have topped it and hit him.
Yeah. Backhanded by Stephen Drew. He plants and throws out Chase. So 3 ground ball outs so far for Herron and a strikeout, and 1 away in the San Diego second. There's left fielder Drew Macias. Good night last night for Drew. 2 for 2 with a walk, so he reached base all 3 times up before being lifted for a right-handed pitch hitter in the 7th. That is Manny Pacquiao T-shirt on. That's on the outside corner.
Well, Herron, although he's got great numbers this year, trying to iron things out on the road. His last 3 road starts, 0-2 with an ERA of 6.5, and that's a nice pitch there.
His second strikeout.
Watch this ball come back. That ball starts on the inner part of the plate, it looks like. Let's see if we can pick up rotation. Doesn't it look like a 2-seamer there with a little bit of run?
Run towards the outside corner there to the left-handed hitter. Then it's a little string for Macias. He had reached base 6 consecutive plate appearances, 4 hits and a couple of walks, dating back a couple of games. Now 2 down for Edgar Gonzalez, who was a late entrant into the lineup when Will Venable was scratched with flu-like symptoms.
Mark, you know when I talk about pitching and how pitchers should stay over the rubber, get their balance over the rubber, and then go forward and drive.
Right.
Herron takes it to the extreme, and I kind of like it because it prevents him from rushing.
Well,
he pauses a good second or maybe more over the rubber there, and then hand out the glove straight down and then forward. You know, at times, no pitcher is going to be perfect each and every time. But that's a perfect example, I think, of explaining to a kid, high school, college, staying over the rubber and then going forward towards your target. A lot of times guys will lead with their body and their hands will follow behind them. They can't catch up. They can't pitch downhill. They can't get out in front. curveball, breaking ball has a little hump in it rather than some bite to it.
Edgar hits it on one bounce, and Steven Drew to his left throws him out. Both starting pitchers off to good beginnings in this one, and no score at the end of 2. Tradition of innovation, Rockies and Giants battling for the wild card, but as far as the NL West standings, Rockies 4 back, Giants 7.5 out. By the way, Rockies and Giants scoreless in the first in San Francisco. And for the Padres to have a winning season, they need to win out.
Where's a mousetrap when you need one? This guy's looking for a piece of cheese. That's funny.
It's on the back of that.
Yeah, the logo there. Is it a Disneyland? You know, it's got to be. Aren't those Mickey Mouse ears?
Don't look like the normal cap and ears, though. It almost looks like he's got an aviator's cap with mouse ears on it.
It's right out of the Amelia Earhart collection.
It takes the mask of Hundley right off. And they have a movie coming out about her.
Yeah, and it's Hilary Swank, right?
Well cast. I obviously haven't seen the movie, but looks a lot like him. Earhart.
Cuteness sighting. I got to ice my shoulder after watching her do that.
Oh,
my gosh. Pretty good pitch. There's that low pitch, Neely, that we talked about. I think it's a good pitch. Oh, yeah.
Look good from the side. That's outside, and it's 3-2.
As Mike Krukow would yell from the dugout, look pretty good from here.
Little crack to the voice at the end.
Little bench jockeying going on.
With the 3-2 to Allen. Leading off the Arizona third.
Wade LeBlanc has enough confidence. 3-2. Off speed stuff, right? Maybe a little control type breaking ball like a slider or cutter. There it is there.
He went. Third base umpire Jim Wolf, so the throw goes down to first to complete the strikeout. You got him to chase. What was this?
Looked like a breaking ball, like a cutter or something. It looked like it was definitely breaking away from him, and you bet if he hits it, it's a double.
So it brings up Eric Burns. 2 balls, no strikes. LeBlanc falling behind Burns. First hitter he's fallen behind tonight. He'd gotten ahead with first pitch strikes to the first 7. And this one belted deep left field. And the 2-0 pitch hit out of here. 6th of the year for Eric Burns, and it's 1-0 Arizona. Well, he falls behind a hitter for the first time tonight, and Burns takes advantage on the 2-0 pitch.
Well, the 2-0 pitch is the old Molly Hatchet pitch. You're flirting with disaster, especially when you don't throw that hard. 2-0, what does he throw him? That looks like a fastball that was not located. He wanted it down and away, and this one goes in the second basket, just off the second basket. Now, that's one of the areas where Wade LeBlanc was doing okay, keeping the ball in the ballpark the last 3 starts. Only 2 home runs surrendered in 19 innings. And fewer hits than innings pitched in each of those outings.
Pitcher Dan Herron. Two and two. Herron hitting .238, and he has a homer and 9 RBIs this year. One of your better hitting pitchers out there. Strikes out. 2 down. 4 Ks for LeBlanc. Top of the order, and the D-back center fielder, Chris Young. 5-game hitting streak. Had a couple of hits last night, including the game's only extra base hit, a double with 1 out in the 9th. There were 21 combined hits last night, but only 1 extra base hit. That's
unbelievable. Unbelievable.
12 for Arizona, 9 hits for the Padres last night. It is 0-2 on Young.
It's all about scoring first in this game. We know that. And the Diamondbacks, when they score first, 42-31.
Scored first last night at Arizona and wound up winning in extra innings. That is low.
Okay, I got a reading. That was 74 on our gun, 70 here at the ballpark. So you're talking about a 13, 14 mile per hour difference, right?
Change up to fastball.
That's right.
3-2.
Love the changeup. Great pitch. Love the split finger. Great pitch.
3-2 to Chris Young. He hits it hard and foul past third.
She did not play the carom that well on that play. She actually let the ball play her. She didn't get in front of it. She's kind of lollygagging, not getting in front, and then had to go to her left and just couldn't make the play. No, she's lucky that the season in Portland's over. She'd be on the Southwest 940 to Portland.
There's ball 4 low for Chris Young. First walk allowed by LeBlanc. There's a 2-out base runner for the shortstop, Stephen Drew. The D-backs, of course, won last night in extra innings. Padres have not lost back-to-back games in over 3 weeks.
That's remarkable, and that's a great sign, the way the team's been playing.
Last time they lost back-to-back games was against the Cardinals here, August 22nd and 23rd.
And as a pitcher, you want to stop that streak, right? Whether it's 2 games, 3 games, but the way the Padres have been playing lately.
1 game.
Yeah, Wade LeBlanc's like, okay, And the guys in the clubhouse, same thing. Okay, we lost the game last night. It was extra innings. It was, fought hard. Let's try to stop the streak at 1. You win tonight, then you try to win the series tomorrow.
Padres have won 6 consecutive series. This from a team that went a month this season between back-to-back wins at one point. Between June 28th and July 28th. A high fly to shallow left center field. Tony calling for it. Home run for Eric Burns, his 6th of the year. And it's the D-backs that get on the board first again. 1-0 Arizona. Teen and younger receive a free Padres school set presented by Scholar Share College Savings Plan managed by Fidelity Investments. Get your tickets today at Padres.com.
I think Hot Rod wants that pitch back. First pitch breaking ball down and away, and he swung at it. A little froggy there.
Inside, a ball and a strike. Hundley, Rodriguez, and the pitcher LeBlanc in this inning. 1-0 Arizona on a home run in the top of the frame from Eric Burns. And that's up and in. Look out.
Now the count in Nick's favor, but with a guy like Herron on the mound, you never know what to expect. He'll throw any pitch anytime. Just when you're thinking away, he'll bust it inside. And there's a breaking ball there. Little cutter, it looked like.
In the inner half, 2-2.
Fastball, cutter, curveball, split.
Fouled off the end of the bat.
Well, he's got a whole kiosk set up, huh, Manny Pacquiao?
It's all about
Look
merchandising.
at those gloves. Are those 16-ounce gloves?
I am not a pugilist.
Pugilist. Dictionary.com.
Broken bat, that is fair behind the bag. Throw by Reynolds offline, and Hundley's safe at first. Look where the barrel of the bat wound up.
You look.
Out in left field.
Well, does he get jammed? Yeah, he looks like he gets jammed. Okay, now everybody's off and running from the bat and trying to get to the baseball as this ball goes directly over the pillow. And, you know, you have to credit Allen at first base for keeping that ball from going down the line.
Javelin.
Wow.
Padres have their first hit, first base runner off Heron.
A person who fights with his fists, a boxer, usually professional, pugilist. Nicely done, Neely. That education at Kansas paid off.
And that's debatable. Runner on the move. Pitch a strike, throw to second, sails into center field. Nick took a step towards third base and then thought better of it. It's just his second stolen base of the season.
We talked about it last night, how the percentage of throwing out runners from Montero, 16%, and he gets a good pitch to handle, just airmails this one, works underneath it, and the ball is thrown so hard to center field. Young bobbles it, but still, you want to play it safe. Nobody out. You don't want to try to take that extra base and get thrown out.
And a ground ball to the right side by Rodriguez will advance Hundley. So Louis gives himself up, hits behind the base runner. And that's going to put the onus here on the pitcher, LeBlanc.
See, this is the perfect argument. If we took a look at that last swing, where the pitch was, his intention, should he be credited with a sacrifice?
It was away and he rolled
look
over
at
on it.
He's trying to hook it. He's getting out in front of it. He's hooking it. Should an official scorer look at that and say, you know what, I'm going to take that into consideration and credit him with a sacrifice?
Not hit deep enough to left field. And Burns makes the catch. Hundley bluffs the tag, draws the throw, but goes back to the bag.
Just food for thought.
Well, you put a lot on the plate of an official scorer there, but I understand where you're coming from for sure. I mean, intent-wise, that's what Luis wanted to do, was advance the run.
And that's the argument we've talked about many times, the intent. What a hitter's trying to do. If he's successful, does he get credit for a hit? Does he get credit for a sacrifice? You know, it's the old drag bunt with the guy on second base, nobody out. It's a win-win for the hitter.
That's why they do it in that situation a lot of times. But here with the tying run at third and now two down, Everett Cabrera up. He squares and takes a strike. Right at the first baseman, Allen, who takes it himself. Well, the Padres had a runner at second, nobody out. Do not score. And strand the tying run at third. Affleck trivia question.
Affleck!
Hey, for the Diamondbacks in 2001, who was the oldest player to make a World Series debut?
It's a good one.
Mike Morgan was the second oldest player to make his World Series debut at 42 years, 19 days. But who's the oldest player to make a World Series debut?
I know
4 and 5 hitters for Arizona.
I know it's not Minnie Minoso because the White Sox never
made it
when Minnie was
when
playing.
he was. Yeah.
Right.
That's ripped to third, and Headley reaching up to make the grab. Chase, Robin, Justin Upton to begin the fourth.
Out in front of it just a little bit. That ball's starting to hook. Nice play by the third sacker, as you mentioned, taking away extra bases.
I think I do know the answer to the trivia question.
Minnie Minoso did play on the 59
against the Dodgers?
Against the Dodgers, but he wasn't, one of the oldest guys.
Of course, Minnie Minoso played into the 70s, right?
Correct. And I think even in the 80s one time. Early 80s.
Did he get a courtesy at bat to
I
kind
think
of
they
extend
activated him, yes.
Montero rips it down the right field side. Foul. Montero grounded out to Cabrera at short in the second. Over below, 2 balls and a strike. Nice poster. Two and two.
Minnie Minoso, his last year when he played a string of, like 17 years, 1964, he was 38 years old. They activated him again in 1976 at age 50. And then they activated him again in 1980 at the age of 54.
All with the White Sox. The later years?
Later years, yes. That's Bill Veeck
at his best.
At his finest.
Another 2-2. Bill Veeck, who came up with Eddie Goodell.
That's right. And if you'd like to read books about baseball,
go get As in Rec.
Yes,
good
great book.
Another foul. His son Mike actually was the, so to speak, brain behind the disco demolition night at Comiskey Park.
Oh, that was a huge success.
Caused the White Sox to have to forfeit game 2 of a doubleheader. Montero spoils another one. It's already 9 pitches. And LeBlanc has had to throw to Montero and up to 61 for the game. Montero's fouled off 5 in a row. And make it 6. Miguel Montero had 2 home runs through his first 41 games. He has a dozen in his last 72. Takes in the dirt, and it's a full count.
Just thinking, so many pitches thrown to Montero, fouling off 6 pitches, right? You're throwing everything but the kitchen sink up there. Whatever happened to the Ephus pitch? One time
with Rip Sewell.
Yeah, I would like to see a guy like, it's the end of the season, you're out of the race, whatever. Guy fouls off like 10 pitches. I would love to see a pitcher go into like the old slow pitch softball routine and just underhand one up there.
Henry takes it himself. Well, Montero, a 12-pitch at bat there that ends in a ground out to first. Hey, you can enjoy Sequan Casino's incredible all-you-can-eat buffet featuring prime rib, peel-and-eat shrimp, and over 100 scrumptious items, all for only $10. Third baseman Mark Reynolds 0 for 1. Having fly to the right fielder Edgar Gonzalez. Breaking ball outside. Two and 0.
Speaking of that disco demolition night, where were you in '79?
Growing up in the St. Louis suburbs.
I remember I was a sophomore in high school and I wanted to go to that.
You wanted to go to that night?
Because I listened to the Loop, FM 98. They're the ones who sponsored it.
Steve Dahl.
Steve Dahl and Gary Myers.
DJ, yeah.
Brought a disco record, you got in for 99 cents.
Too bad they don't have that now, because you could get in for decades with all your disco.
I didn't want to give out. I didn't want to give up my Bee Gees album.
Which you still have, I'm sure. Hey, disco has its place. Now that we have a little
big fan
time to reflect on the era.
Big fan.
What would we do without Peaches and Herb?
We certainly wouldn't be reunited.
Mark Reynolds will be reunited with the bench, at least temporarily. The strikeout, the 5th for Wade LeBlanc.
And it feels so good.
Arizona in 2001, Mike Morgan became the second oldest player to make his World Series debut at 42 years and 19 days. Who was the oldest player to make a series debut? The late Joe Niekro at 42 years, 11 months old in '87 for the Minnesota Twins. That is not who I was going to say.
Who were you going to say?
I was going to say Satchel Paige.
Really?
Didn't he pitch for the Indians in the '48 series?
He may have.
Of course, they probably didn't actually know what his age was,
right,
legitimately. Tony Gwynn leading off. Roundabout to the shortstop, Drew, in the first inning.
Tony was out a little early prior to batting practice working on some bunting in the cage.
Lays off and takes outside.
Remember, wasn't it last night when wanted to bunt in the 7th inning, correct?
7th and the 9th. Up the first baseline foul. Before the game, working on it.
Yeah. Working on that technique and the barrel of the bat out in front. You know, bunting batting practice is one thing. Bunting a guy like Herron, who throws 94 with a little bit of movement, that's a different story.
I'm going to give an A for effort, though, for trying. At least he takes inside. 3-2. Team Pacquiao. And ripped in right, and Tony has a base hit. Hit number 2 for San Diego, and the leadoff man is aboard for the 2nd consecutive inning.
Looked like a straight fastball, just trying to locate it down and away. On contact, hitting out in front. Nice looking swing by the youngster. And that makes Randy Reddy happy. He's beaming inside.
At the knees, strike 1 to Adrian. Adrian fanned in the first. Tony draws the throw. One ball, 1 strike. Danny Herron, who started the 2007 All-Star game for the American League. Jake started for the National League.
Speaking of Jake Peavy, starting Saturday night
against the Royals.
Yep.
It'll be his first start since June 8th when he pitched here for the Padres against Arizona. And Adrian bunting. Allen has to come off the bag, and with a head-first slide, Adrian tagged on the shoulder.
Well, I'm wondering how Adrian kept that ball fair. Do you see how far inside that pitch was? Kind of surprised he's bunting.
Well, he gets credit for a sacrifice.
That ball was headed right for his back knee.
His first sacrifice bunt of the season.
And once again, I'm surprised.
That's just his 2nd sacrifice bunt as a Padre. And his first since 2006. He's advanced Gwynn down to 2nd. 0-1 to Chase Headley.
Yeah, I know Dan Herron's a good pitcher and all, but if I'm pitching and Adrian squares the sacrifice, thank you.
You'll take the out. Into right center field. Tony around third. He will scoot home, and this game is tied at 1. Chase Headley has knocked in every Padre run so far in this series. '58th run batted in on the season for Chase.
Got to protect 0-2, and that ball leaks. That's it. Remember the two-seamer we talked about earlier where it came back? Well, 0-2. Chase Headley stays on that pitch. Gets enough wood to where it's over the second baseman's head and scores a run.
He's on the move and a base hit right field. On his way to third goes Headley, and the Padres have runners at the corners on a base hit by Macias.
Swinging early at the fastball might be part of the game plan also against a guy like Heron. Need a straight fastball. First couple pitches, go to Hackett. And you won't have to see that split finger fastball or that cutter, especially if you were a left-handed hitter. Once again, out and over the plate. Headley was going on the pitch. Flash look. Ball hit so sharply, he still gets to third base on the run.
So they're at the corners with one out for Edgar Gonzalez. First pitch down low. Diving back goes Macias. Three hits in the inning for the Padres. Singles by Gwynn, Headley, and Macias. Edgar squaring. And then Montero taking a look down to Headley at third.
Well, I'm sure at the time when Adrian bunted that sacrifice, everybody was surprised, but it's worked out to the advantage of the Padres. Scoring a point here to tie it up. And still threatening with one out.
Edgar takes it towards the alley in left center field. Young over to make the catch. Tagging is Headley. He will score and give the Padres a 2-1 lead. '15th run batted in for Edgar. 2-1 San Diego.
Notice this inning, the hits that the Padres have gotten have been pitches that have been out over the plate, and the Padre hitters have been able to get extended, therefore getting on base. Let's check out this pitch. Out and over the plate. Sure, it's down. It's a little cutter, but Edgar gets enough on it to send it to the outfield for a sac fly. Nicely done.
A pitch out. Nothing going on. Nick with an infield hit to third, his first time up. Strike call. Giants out to a 3-0 lead on the Rockies now in the third. San Francisco trying to pull within 2.5 of Colorado in the wild card. Macias does take off. The throw down to second. Got him. Looked like the catch and the tag was made simultaneously there by Roberts. Padres do get 2 in the fourth and take a 1-run lead.
Mid-game recap brought to you by Murray Lamper Construction. You know what, Mark Neely? It's a great time to remodel with Murray Lamper. You know why? Because prices will never be lower. So take advantage of their contractor discounts and finishes and fixtures. And for more information, I know you've got a computer. Go on to murraylampert.com.
We got a Commodore 64 sitting at home that needs using. All right, Roberts leading off. LeBlanc pitching now with a lead for the first time tonight, after the 2-run San Diego fourth. In fact, Padres with a lead for the first time in this series. They played from behind most of last night before actually tying the game in the 7th. And the D-backs won it in the 10th. Three and one.
Here's that low strike that we'd like to see called a strike. As a pitcher, that's what you're taught to do. Pitch down in the zone. And that's a legitimate strike. I don't think the umpire's just calling that just because it's close and it's 3-0.
Center field, and Tony to his right. After falling behind 3-0, LeBlanc able to come back and get Roberts on a fly ball to center. LeBlanc at 74 pitches here with one out in the 5th. First baseman Brandon Allen, a strikeout victim in the 3rd.
Hey!
Allen rips it right through the box and into center.
Gosh, that scares me every time I see that. In all seriousness, I still have dreams at night.
Do you?
Yeah, of like pitching and backing up third and all that, and rockets coming back up the middle. And I'd like to take a survey of pitchers that are retired and out of the game. Do they still have flashbacks to where a ball is coming right back at you? And even though that ball is a good 2-3 feet over his head, still that's close.
Does that wake you up then? Or do you sleep through it?
I jump out of bed and I'm like backing up. I like go to the other side of the room and put my hands so the ball doesn't get by you.
Then you immediately segue into the dream where you're in class in your underwear and you're feeling more comfortable.
Exactly.
Yeah. Eric Burns with a 412-foot home run his first time up, number 6 on the season.
You see the bat he's using? It's like tricolored. He's got the black barrel. And did he use it last time up in the 3rd?
That was on a 2-0 pitch. Second tank there in the Western Metal Building.
He did, in fact, use the same bat. That's tape, looks like, on the bottom. And then the natural color in the middle, and then the barrel, dark color. It's like one of those Sam bats. One of those maple Sam bats.
One on, one out in the D-backs 5th.
Good pitch. Locating the fastball on the inside part. Nice frame job there by Nick Hundley. Now I think he's got him set up for a changeup down and away, possibly. Looks like he's going inside again. I think a lot will indicate where Nick Hundley sets up. Inside, it's going to be a fastball or a cutter. Down and away, it's going to be a changeup. Oh, the flip throw to first. Well, it looks like Bob Davidson is blocking the view there of the signs. Change up.
Nick coming back towards the screen, but it's in the box seats. Eric Bird's got to Phoenix and took that town by fire. Really, man, they took to him. Done some TV work from the local Fox affiliate.
You know, Wade LeBlanc's got me guessing too. So that's, you know, what are the hitters thinking? Especially with 2 strikes, just got to be short and quick to the baseball. Be selective. So he throws the fastball in. This looks like a pretty good pitch. I take that back. It was up and out. You know, not a bad pitch because if you might pop that up. He wanted it inside, just up and away. Sometimes when you miss, it can work to your advantage.
Hitters still got to square it up.
Yeah, miss out of the happy zone. You know, if you miss right down the dish, different story.
Well, now he and Hundley verbally discussed this.
Remember, he hit a fastball after a home run, right?
On 2-0, yes, in the third.
Well, if Wade LeBlanc's best pitch is his changeup, a good changeup would get him right here. There it is.
Reached down and fouls it off. Another 1-2 headed to Burns.
Fastball in.
Left field. Macias back a few steps. Back to first goes Allen, and there are 2 down.
I don't think Wade LeBlanc has thrown a fastball that's been straight. He's been cutting it.
Got to have some kind of action on it. If it's going to be 84, 85, right?
Absolutely.
Danny Herron, the pitcher, 0 for 1. Sliding pickup by Hundley.
Giants trying to take care of the Rockies again tonight. In the third, they lead 3-1.
Up the middle, and it gets through. Allen back to second base, a single for Herron.
That's what we were talking about in the pregame show. Our pitchers getting hits off the pitching staff for the Padres. Herron went down and got that one. It looked like it would have been a ball if taken. And he gets extended and peppers it right up the center of the diamond.
It brings up the top of the order, and center fielder Chris Young. Young began the game with a strikeout, and he walked in the third. Ball 1 is inside. Hundley blocks it to his left, and the runners hold. 2-1 San Diego here in the fifth. D-backs got a solo shot in the third from Eric Burns. Padres took the lead in the fourth. Headley with an RBI single. And a sac fly from Edgar Gonzalez. Now the D-backs running with 2 on, 2 outs, and it's up high, 3-0.
Just don't lay it in there.
Young's been on a home run binge as of late. He gets into one to left center field. Tony on the run, catches up to it at the front of the warning track. Young got the green light. 2 men left on by Arizona in the fifth.
Sunday, October 3rd, bring your girl to hear my girl. Get ready to hear Get Ready. Baby, I Need Your Lovin'. The songs just go on and on and on. Tickets at valleyviewcasino.com. Join the Players Club and get that free lobster buffet. So make a day of it. Eat, enjoy, dance. It's all at Valley View Casino. I'm going right now. In fact, I got to go right now. Now.
We'll stick around for a while. We go to the bottom of the fifth inning. 2-1 Padres leading. Here to face the bottom three in the Padres order: Hundley, Rodriguez, and the pitcher Spot LeBlanc.
Good old pitcher's duel, huh? Love it.
We've had quite a few of those recently. Here's Nick, who was batting when Macias was caught stealing to win the fourth. High drive left field, but he got under it just a bit. Burns, front of the warning track, battling it.
It's an adventure. It is an adventure every time the ball has hit that man's way. Is it not? Seriously. I mean, he's worth the price. Look at, he's camped, but then all of a sudden it's like, the sun came out and he had trouble finding it. He is a character, isn't he?
That he is.
He's worth the price of admission.
Tell you what, though, Nick Hundley just missed that one. Rodriguez grounded out to second his first time. Left center field. Chris Young still going on the run now, pulls up and puts it away. Hit well by Luis, but he flies to deep left center for the second out.
The ball seemed to travel a little bit more than you think by the swing that Luis took.
And I think it fooled Chris Young a bit.
Yeah. Dan Herron wants a new egg.
Pitcher Wade LeBlanc 0 for 1, having flied to left. One hopper to short, and Stephen Drew, and that's a quick inning for Dan Herron. 6 pitches, only needed in the 5th, and after 5, 2-1 San Diego. Place in line ahead of the general public, giving you access to the best available seats. Your $75 will be good towards any 2010 season ticket package. You can call 619-795-5500 today to lock in your 2010 season ticket priority. There's Terry Kennedy, great catcher, who was the manager for the San Antonio Missions. Their season just ended a couple of nights ago, knocked out in the Texas League playoffs.
And Terry caught here from 81 to 86, all-star catcher. You know, Terry never has a second cup of coffee.
Kyle Blanks there on his right, who played for him in San Antonio last year. You know, with San Antonio knocked out, that leaves Fort Wayne as the lone Padres minor league team still going at it in the postseason in the minor leagues. They're in the Midwest League Championship Series. Popped up down the right field line. Adrian makes the catch with Luis right there on his hip. Fort Wayne, by the way, taking on Burlington in the Midwest League Championship Series.
Yeah, the
Burlington,
Tin Caps of Fort Wayne taking on the Bees of Burlington.
Burlington is a Royals affiliate. That's the 5 Midwest League Championship Series. So we wish Fort Wayne well.
And I don't care what level it is. Little League, high school, college, junior college, A-ball, AA, of course the big leagues. Going to the postseason or tournament, whatever, level. That's cool. So good for those kids.
Getting the rings.
Absolutely. Getting a chance to win a ring. Yeah.
Foul back. There's that fan. That individual also puts out a different team every once in a while besides D-backs. There's another fan up there.
I remember seeing a guy up there during the Giants series.
Giants. It says Giants.
Yeah.
Foul back. I think that guy's just an antagonizer.
Yeah.
Someone did hit it there. That would be 2,000 feet.
Yeah, that's a bolt.
Yeah.
Well, the workload for LeBlanc is much heavier tonight as compared to Dan Herron. 97 tosses plateward for the left-hander. Dan Herron 65.
Off the end of the bat to right center field, and coming in, Edgar Gonzalez. 2 down. High Definition is brought to you by Irving Hughes. Life is a lease. Negotiate well. LeBlanc is sent down the first 2 here in the 6th, and he'll face the D-backs cleanup hitter, catcher Miguel Montero. Grounded to short and grounded to first. 0 for 2. Giants have now opened up a 6-1 lead on the Rockies in the 3rd inning in San Francisco. Seems like the Giants are playing with some urgency.
Yes, they are.
Six-1 in the 3rd.
They had Lincecum last night. The Freak, as they call him.
Left center field, and a very long run for Macias and Gwynn. And Drew Macias catches up to it.
I like that kid.
Good player. Nice running grab to take extra bases away from Montero, and bangs up against the fence. All-you-can-eat buffet featuring prime rib, peel and eat shrimp, and over 100 scrumptious items, all for only $10. Top of the order in the San Diego 6th inning. 2-1 Padres. Couple of ground outs for Everett, one to second, and the last one to the first baseman Allen. Breaking ball strike from Dan Herron. Bunted foul. Just the 70th pitch of the evening for Herron upcoming. He only needed 6 pitches in the 5th.
Well, it falls into the category I was talking about earlier, how a guy, you don't want to get deep in the hole against Herron because you have that split finger.
Over Herron, bare hand attempt by Roberts, but he can't come up with the do or die pickup. And an infield hit for Cabrera. Even if Roberts comes up with that ball with the bare hand, he's not going to get Everett.
Just putting the ball on the ground is a weapon for Everett Cabrera, as that is, it looks like a split finger that was left up in the zone, just out of the reach of Herron. And you're right, even if Roberts bare hands that one cleanly, they're not going to get Cabrera.
24th infield hit this season for Everett. Ball one outside to Tony Gwynn. Tony singled leading off the 4th. That triggered that 2-run rally. He scored in that inning. Big lead. Everett just able to get back.
How close was it? They had him leaning a little bit. Good throw. Just got back in time.
That was maybe even closer. Rick Renneria, first base coach, yelling for Everett to get back. And the move Herron's giving him right now, it's as big as lead as he can get.
Yeah, that's part of the duty of the guys in the dugout, too, now, to be aware of what's going on out there and watch that pickoff move from the pitcher.
He's running the pitch up and in, throw to second. And Drew tags him out.
I'd like to see that one again. No argument from Everett, but
bang, bang. Yeah. You know, he shortened up his lead just a little bit. I think that left hand's in.
I thought his hand was in there.
But that's so close.
So close, but yet so far. You got him. You know what? Photo finish. Hold all tickets.
Now the left field side foul. You know, when it's a photo finish like that, I think you just got to tip your cap.
To who?
Move on. Umpire, catcher, both sides. You know what?
I'm not conceding that easily.
Thought you were a lover, not a fighter.
I'll take a walk.
A 1-out walk to Glenn. So it sends up first baseman Adrian Gonzalez. Now you have Tony at first getting the attention of Herron.
You know, Herron also goes from the extreme first base side of the rubber, so advantage to the pitcher. I mean, runners know that too. Rick Renteria watches video. It's unbelievable how much video he watches.
Gwynn takes off. Pitch high. Throw to second. And Tony gets in with a head first slide. Well, just watching that. That was bank very close. Could have gone either way, but Tony gets in safely. His seventh steal.
He almost slid over the bag also. Throw from Montero. It's a better throw. I should say about the same throw. And you're right, that is close also.
Left hand is in, though.
Mm-hmm.
It came off, but the left foot then got onto the base. Adrian struck out in the first and then laid down his first sacrifice bunt of the season in the fourth. First base open here. Herron at 80 pitches. To the right side, and with the second baseman Roberts playing a shallow right field, he throws out Adrian, and over to third goes Gwynn.
Here's the rover in shallow right field, and once again, the spray charts indicate that when the pitch is thrown in a certain area and hit on the ground, that is where Adrian hits it. Once again, Herron hitting his spots.
Chase knocked in a run in the fourth, the first of the game for San Diego, and Headley now has driven in a run in his last 4 games. First baseman Brandon Allen steps on the bag. Gwynn is stranded at third. We have finished 6 at Petco. It's 2-1 San Diego. By Aflac, we've got you under our wing. And by the North County Transit District. From North County, take the coaster train to every home game at Petco Park. Glad you could join us tonight on this Tuesday. Mark Neely with Mark Grant and our great Channel 4 crew. We go into the 7th 1-run Padre lead, and the new hurler is Luis Perdomo.
The one thing I've noticed over the last month or so with the way the Padres have been playing, a lot of the rookie pitchers out of the bullpen are getting in games where it's crunch time. And Luis Perdomo, remember earlier in the year, he would pitch in a game that was a blowout. It was 7-0, either way. Well, now it's getting to where he's getting comfortable. Bud Black is feeling comfortable of putting guys in situations like this. So it's a maturing process, and Luis Perdomo's having a nice little year out of the bullpen for the Padres.
Louis last pitched the 9th inning on Sunday against the Rockies. 1 inning, 1 hit, no runs. He struck out 3. Third baseman Mark Reynolds leads off. So the tying run, Reynolds at the plate with his 41 home runs.
So for Wade LeBlanc, 4th straight. Great
Excellent start.
Excellent start for the left-hander.
6 innings for LeBlanc, 1 run, 3 hits, a walk, 5 strikeouts. The 1 run was the home run from Eric Burns in the 3rd. Twisting back on the third base side, it will drop in amongst the spectators.
Sure about the bench clearing brawl, Jays and Yanks?
No.
Yeah, punches thrown.
Tonight.
Oh, yeah.
What got it going?
At Yankee Stadium. Jesse Carlson, pitcher, was throwing and threw behind Jorge Posada. Earlier in the game, the Blue Jays had a couple of hitters that were hit by Yankee pitchers. And then, of course, retaliation set in, and next thing you know, we're on our way to the bingo parlor, and next thing you know.
Strikeout of Reynolds to begin the 7th. Toronto, by the way, won that game 10-4.
Yeah. Gumby with a slider, the tilt. And Reynolds goes down swinging. Luis Perdomo, Gumby, yeah, why? Because he's got a rubber arm and he can pitch almost every day.
.96 miles per hour to Ryan Roberts. Roberts is grounded to short and fly to center. He's reaching, and it's 0-2.
Tell you what, Perdomo, good fastball, biting slider. Gregerson, he's proven he can locate the fastball, throw the slider.
Well, Perdomo throws hard. Think about the difference, though, between LeBlanc and Perdomo.
Yeah.
That 96 may seem like 106.
And being young and having the electric stuff like Perdomo has, a youngster is going to overthrow at times. And that's only natural. You're going to find that when you take a little bit off, you'll have just as good stuff. You might even create more movement. Yes, he did.
Back-to-back strikeouts here in the 7th.
Did he go to the slider again? You bet. It's tough to lay off. And if he would have hit that one, it might have been a triple.
Or if it was the A train, an inside the park home run.
There you go.
By the way, some folks have asked about Kyle Blanks, and it really looks like he's shut down for the remainder of the season. He's trying to get that heel right.
Yeah, you don't want to make it any worse, right? Be ready to go in spring training. That kid's going to be competing for a job next year.
Spring training is going to be fun. These kids. High chop. Louis got to hurry.
Oh.
And Allen beat it out.
I think that last leap, did you see kind of
A little lunge there at the end.
That's why as a base runner, I mean, pitchers, position players alike in spring training, you're taught to run through the bag, not take that last. And it's natural for a runner to leap and try to get that, the last stride. And the race is on as soon as that ball is hit off the plate. There's the. I think he might have been safe.
And he beat it. So there's the tying run at first with 2 outs, and Eric Burns up. Burns has hit the ball hard twice tonight. A solo home run in the 3rd, and then he lined to left in the 5th. Aaron Ballsy makes a visit.
Remember, Burns hit the home run earlier in the game. Yeah, I defy anybody if Luis Perdomo can locate a slider down and away to do some damage with that pitch.
Burns' home run in the 3rd, is 6th of the season. Strike call. Pitcher spot due up next, and you see Heron there waiting on deck. Lower left-handed portion of your screen. It's one to the alley in left center field, and a long run for Tony. The tying run, Allen, being waved around 3rd. The relay to the plate, not in time, and it's 2-2. Now it kicks away, rolling towards the dugout.
Cover home plate. Somebody cover home plate.
And here comes the go-ahead run for the plate to throw home, and the tag is made. They got him. What a play by Adrian. Burns trying to circle the bases there when the ball nearly got in the dugout. And the D-backs are going to argue that it did get in the dugout. Oh, Hundley fell into the dugout. And there's the tag of Burns. not only does the tying run score, but when the ball kicks towards the dugout, Hundley, trying to keep the ball from going into the dugout, slid into the dugout himself, but then flipped the ball out. The ball never went in the dugout, but Nick did go into the dugout, came back out, threw it towards home, and there was Adrian who came out of nowhere and tagged Burns. Spectacular play by Adrian. But what the Diamondbacks are arguing was any part of Nick Hundley in the dugout when he was trying to keep the ball out of the dugout.
I think the replay shows clearly that his feet were in the dugout. His ball is in the glove, and his feet are in the dugout. I think they've got a legitimate gripe. I don't think they're going to win the argument. But in between innings, I went to go talk to Mark Grace, who played first base. You know what Mark Grace said about Adrian Gonzalez? That's one of the greatest plays I've ever seen made by a first baseman.
Wow.
That was a big league play by Adrian. Feet are in the dugout, still in contact with his glove. And you know what? He got screened like a goalie, too, with Perdomo. Did you see that?
And still made the tag.
Yeah.
Now, here's a question. It took the Diamondbacks a while to take the field. Are they going to protest right here? Is this what A.J. Hinch is talking about with Kirk Gibson?
Well, it's a ground rule, right?
Right.
And it's a rule that can be
interpreted.
So it is, I would have to say, a protestable call.
Right. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah. You never know.
So it is a 2-2 game. And that's a line foul into the seats on the first base side by Macias. So again, the rule, if any part of Hundley is in the dugout, then by rule, the ball technically is in the dugout.
I would have to say so, yes.
So you can certainly understand the Diamondbacks' argument, but that does not discount the play that Adrian made at the plate. That was spectacular. A wave and a miss, and the throw down to first completes the strikeout. That's the 200th strikeout of the season for Dan Herron. He becomes the third pitcher in the National League to reach 200 strikeouts, joining Lincecum and Javier Vasquez of Atlanta. One low to Edgar Gonzalez. Up the outside corner. Edgar with a sac fly is 0 for 1. The 2-1 from Herron.
Hey,
look out, up and in, and you know the history with Edgar in this season, wearing that oversized protective helmet down, which popped off.
See where the catcher set up. You set up away, it looks like, and that ball just gets away from Herron. Yeah, that's got to be scary for Edgar. You bet.
Slowly up the first base line. That checks up back into fair territory. And Allen steps on the bag. It was right along the line. And 2 down. Well, the play with Hundley reminds us of a play involving Josh Bard back in April of 2008. Russell Martin batting. And remember this play where he actually went into the dugout after making the catch. But because of the ground rule, that awarded An extra base to the base runner.
Yeah, you can see his feet were on the top step of the dugout. Player cannot go into a dugout to make a catch like he used to in the past. But you could dive into the stands, right? In the old days, if you want to call them the old days.
Nick takes a low strike.
And that play that Hundley had over by the Dynamo, it happened so quickly. He's sliding, and I'm guessing that the umpire's interpretation that was his feet were in the dugout when he had contact with the baseball. That's the only thing I can get from that play.
There's the line at the top of the dugout to mark that. Check swing, asking for the appeal. Did not go. Three and two. Two outs, bases empty, and the Padres 7th, and a full count on Nick Hundley. Two strikeouts in the inning for Herron, who sets the Padres down in order. At the end of 7, Arizona 2, San Let's take a different look at the play involving Hundley in the dugout. Throw coming home. It kicks off Nick. Chasing the ball towards the D-back dugout. Trying to keep it in play. He kept the ball in play, but no question Nick was in the dugout in doing so. And you see Kirk Gibson, the bench coach of the Diamondbacks, pointing there. Nick pops back out of the dugout, grabs the baseball, and threw home.
Something just occurred to me. And if I'm wrong, I'm wrong, but the rule states that you can't leave the field to go get a ball out of play, correct? But can you leave the field when you touch a ball that's still in play? You know what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying. Can't he legally come back?
No, the ball never goes.
It doesn't go in the dugout.
It never goes out of play. Nick goes from play to out. The ball never leaves. Maybe I'm making it more difficult than it really is. Does that make sense, though? In the old days, remember the play Derek Jeter made Webb Gems when he smashed his face up against the seat in Yankee Stadium?
Right, diving into the stands.
The ball was out of play. Nowadays, you can't make that play.
Swing and a miss by
Right.
Herod, who strikes out. Well, he can reach into the stands and catch
He
the
can
ball,
reach,
yes.
but he can't dive. Correct?
Why
You
can't
have
he
to make
dive?
you have to make contact with the ball first, then go into the stands.
Oh, yeah, you just can't fly like a crazy
That's
man,
what
like
I'm
jump
saying.
off the railing and like jump into
In the
the
old
stands.
days, you could, though.
Really?
Oh, if you run, yeah, you could leap 5 rows if you want to make the catch. In the old days. What I'm saying is now you have to be in the field of play, touch the ball, then your momentum can carry you over.
Right.
To be a legal catch. Does that make sense?
That makes perfect sense. Right. I'm following
And
you.
that's the point I'm trying to make. The ball never went out of play. Nick went after the ball. His body went out of play, but the ball never did.
Correct.
He went for a ball that was in play. It's not like the ball was in the dugout. He went in after it.
Right. So, we need a specific clarification of the ground rule on what the defender can and can't do as far as that line, the dugout, and the ball, since the ball never left the field of play.
Correct.
A 1-2 pitch to Chris Young. Strike 3 on the inside corner, and Gregerson has fanned the first 2 here in the 8th. You know, one of the great things about baseball is just this exact thing, because you come to the park and you never know what you're going to see each day. You see a play like the one we've seen tonight, which involved the Hundley part of it, but also involved the part of it with the tag by Adrian Gonzalez. Stephen Drew, 0 for 3. He lines it into center field. Well, Drew singles with 2 outs. Well, here's another play from the past here involving the Mets. Ryan Schneider from last season made the catch, went in the dugout, flipped the ball from in the dugout out of the dugout, which was allowed at that time. But it was ruled dead. The ball was dead when he went into the dugout.
See, here's what I don't understand. Once again, like going back to the Jeter play. He catches the ball, it's out of play. It's still a live ball. The runners don't stop playing, the runners advance, right? It's an out.
Right. They can advance at their own.
So since the ball did not go in the dugout.
Right center field, and Edgar reaching up to make the catch. Hitting the man left on. Oh, here's the play again. Nick chasing, kept the ball out of the dugout, went in the dugout himself. That's the big controversy of the night. Ladies tonight enjoying the best seats. Dan Herron pitches here into the bottom of the 8th inning in a 2-2 game.
Well, what's that tell you when Dan Herron hits for himself, right? Well, pitch count not bad at 98, and he's one heck of a pitcher, right? And I'm sure a manager would say, I feel comfortable with Herron still out there and hitting rather than maybe going to our bullpen in a close game.
Well said. Eight, 9, and 1 for San Diego, and Luis pops the first pitch in the air. Right center field, Chris Young. One pitch, one out. So the pitch count only goes up by 1 for Herron to 99. You got to get this guy out of here as soon as possible, can't you? Don't you? With the pitcher's spot due up, Luis Durango will make his major league debut right here.
Recalled from AA San Antonio on Monday. These are the kind of kids you root for because he was drafted as a non-drafted free agent. Signed, I should say, as a non-drafted free agent back in 03. Look at the way he chokes up on the bat. What the Vic Davalillo is going on? Got the Vince Coleman helmet, double ear flaps.
Chops the bunt, fielded by Herron, and makes the underhand toss to first. Durango with his speed, his best asset. Trying to put the ball on the ground and beat it out, but Herron making the play.
Even though he made an out, still smiling in the dugout, huh? Good for him.
Ball one inside to Cabrera. Well, just 102 pitches. This will be the 103rd for Herron. He threw 119 in his last start. So if he gets through the 8th here at, say, 105, 106, you'd certainly see him for the 9th.
You see the extra pause there on that one? He hung up there for about 2-3 seconds, it seemed like. Watch the hang time here.
Down low to Everett, 2-2. Bouncer to first, Allen. Herron has retired 8 in a row. And we have completed 8 innings here at Petco Park. In the middle game of this 3-game series, it's tied at 2. 28 punch-outs in a 9-inning game. The Padres would win 1-0. Visit Farmers.com today to hear real true stories from Farmers customers. Farmers Insurance, ready feels good. And in this 2-2 game that moves to the ninth, in comes the Padres' Heath Bell.
Not safe situations this year. Heath Bell 5-0 with an ERA of 1.80. So the safe situation out the window. You hold them here, and hopefully your troops come back. You score a run and walk away with a victory.
Four, 5, and 6 part of the order for Arizona. Leading off Montero, then Reynolds and Roberts. D-backs have 2 runs on 6 hits, no errors. The Padres 2 runs, 5 hits, 1 error. D-backs have left 4 on. Padres have stranded only 2. Fastball inside from Heath. The ball and a strike. Couple of ground outs for Montero, and he flied to left his last time up. Up the middle. And a leadoff base hit in the ninth for Miguel Montero. Well, a spot in a game that's tied in the ninth where normally you would see a bunt, but here in this instance, D-backs have Mark Reynolds coming up.
He's going to go talk to Chip Hale, the third base coach. And I'm right there with you. I mean, he's a guy who hits the ball at the ballpark. Sure, he strikes out a lot. We saw Adrian Gonzalez bunt earlier in the game. Looked like Chip Hale was looking over towards the dugout, towards A.J. Hinch to get a sign. And they're putting some speed out there on the bases. They're going to pinch run.
Reynolds does not have a sacrifice bunt this season. Trent Olchin pinch running for his second straight night for Arizona.
You got to swing away here, don't you? I mean, he's your guy.
Yeah.
I don't know what the discussion was about.
You're going to swing away here, right? Yeah. Okay. Go swing it. Blocked by Hundley. Goes for 3 tonight for Reynolds. He's fanned twice and flied to right. Two in the ninth. D-backs still have the leadoff man on base for the first time in the game. Olchin, the pinch runner, draws a throw from Bell. Power against power there at 95, a wave and a miss. Fastball up and in.
That'll prevent a guy from leaning and trying to cover that outside part of the plate. 94-mile-an-hour fastball. What does Trax think?
Corner.
And you know, when you look at where the pitch was framed, it's not a bad pitch. But of course, they'll never call it.
So instead of 2-2, it is a 3-1 count. High drive, left center. Macias on the move, and it gets out. 42nd of the year for Mark Reynolds. And Arizona goes up 4-2.
He's your guy, right?
That's why you swing away. 95th and 96th RBIs for Mark Reynolds.
3-1. Reynolds has got one thing in mind: to get a pitch and try to drive it. Fastball right down the middle. Wow. That hurts.
Low to Ryan Roberts.
.42 homers, 96 runs batted in. That's a pretty good year. And the average is up from last year. We talked about that last night. Going into this game, Reynolds hitting .275.
Just the third home run Heath Bell has given up this season. Strike out of Ryan Roberts. As far as the play involving Huntley and the ball rolling near the dugout, the closest we can find in the rule book, 605A. The fielder nearing a dugout or other out of play area must have one or both feet on or above the playing surface, including the lip of the dugout, and neither foot on the ground inside the dugout. Right side slowly, and to his left, Luis Rodriguez. To the pitcher, Bell covering, and in time. 3-1 put out of Brandon Allen. So by that definition, well, Nick, both feet out, though he kept the ball in play.
So it doesn't matter where the ball is, it's where the position of the player is.
Exactly.
Well, we appreciate them finding that rule for us. Nice work. By the way, the rule book, good reading. That was a joke.
It can be a little technical.
Yes, it can.
There are different versions of the rule book.
Try
that
writing
are
a
more
rule book. Imagine the Yahoo had to sit down and write the rules.
Alexander Cartwright and others. There's a high fly to right and caught by Edgar. But a 2-run home run for Mark Reynolds. His 42nd. Last chance for the Padres. The heart of the order, though, coming up in the bottom of the ninth. Footlong fan poll, your chance to win Subway's Big Night at the Ballpark and monthly Subway Footlong Feast. Text Subway to 269-411 now for your chance to win. And tonight's question, can Dan Herron win the NL Cy Young Award? A, yes. B, no. Well, they lift Herron after 8 innings and bring in their closer, Juan Gutierrez.
A lot of work to do, but it's 2-3-4 due up for San Diego, and Gutierrez recorded his 4th save. Chad Qualls on the shelf, so somebody's got to pick up the duties as closer. Fastball, slider, curve, and a change.
First pitch low, new battery. Hester now doing the catching, John Hester. Win Adrian and Chase Headley in the San Diego ninth. There's a strike. The 2-1 to Tony. Ball 3. Tony has singled and scored and walked once. 1 out of 2. Gutierrez picked up the save last night, working the bottom of the 10th, retiring the side in order. Full count. Gutierrez with 4 saves now, and 2 have come against the Padres.
You know what's ironic? Chew on these numbers. In those 4 saves, an ERA of 4.21, and opponents are hitting 308.
Yet, recording the saves.
I'm guessing 3 of those saves have been like 3 runs saves.
And Young comes in to make the catch for the first out of the ninth.
You know, you've got a 3-run lead. Let's say you give up a run or 2 in the short amount of time in the innings pitch. That ERA is going to shoot up there. But yet he still gets the save.
Right. Adrian 0 for 2 with a sacrifice bunt. Fouls it off Hester, strike 1. Padres in danger of dropping the first 2 games of the series. It would be their first back-to-back losses in over 3 weeks. Inside to Gonzalez, 2 balls and a strike. Low, 3-1.
Look at a blast.
And the base runner have a chance here. Fouled away and a full count. To Arizona, bottom of the ninth. A 2-run homer in the top half of this inning from Mark Reynolds, giving the D-backs the lead. Arizona got a run in the 3rd on a Burns solo homer. Padres scored their 2 in the 4th. RBI single from Headley. Edgar Gonzalez, the sac fly, made it 2-1 San Diego. And Burns, an RBI double in the 7th, tied it. That was a freak play where the ball nearly went in the dugout. He was thrown out at the plate, with Adrian making the tag, and then the 2-run homer in the top of this inning from Reynolds. And another 3-2 is fouled by Adrian. A strikeout, 2 gone.
Made him fish again. The first strikeout of the game off of Heron. Adrian fished after a fastball that was up and out of the zone. Gutierrez does the same here for the second out of the ninth.
So now the D-backs are out away from back-to-back wins for the first time in the month of September. Ball 1 low to Headley.
The Diamondbacks got some hard throwers out of that bullpen. Gutierrez gets it up there to 96, 97. Vasquez, 95, 96 with movement.
Really impressed by Vasquez last night.
Talked to Oscar Salazar during batting practice today, and he was like, I just tipped my hat to the guy. With that kind of velocity and movement. He goes, did you see that last pitch he threw me? With an motion with his hand, like, some serious movement.
Deep drive right center. Over the head of Upton. Off the fence. Headley on his way to second. That's going to bring the tying run to the plate. Well, Chase gets into one. 27, 2-base hit. And the Padres still with a chance here in the bottom of the ninth.
Chase Headley may have poked himself in the eye here. Talking about going to Cox Alley, and that ball off his picture. Look out, Chase. Almost off the left ear. Good swing. Well, there's your bloop, right?
Here is Macias. 1 for 3 with a single. Here with a base hit to right in the 4th off Dan Heron.
Well, the rally cap worked before in the last fan that we showed you.
And we'll get out of play. Strike on the inside corner. Padres down to their last strike.
He wanted that one away also. That ball hit the inside corner instead of the outside corner.
Of course, a loss tonight would mean an end to the streak. Padres have won 6 straight series coming into this series with Arizona. In danger of dropping the first 2 games. 1-2 from Gutierrez. Fights it off, a little flare behind third, but Reynolds makes the catch, and the D-backs win it 4-2. Well, Reynolds homered in the top of the ninth. His 42nd, it proves to be the game winner. And Gutierrez gets saves on back-to-back nights. His 5th.